All right, I am getting set up here to record a quick solo cast of the Strongpreneur Nation podcast. And so let me get this set up here. Test 1 2, test 1 2. All right, Travis, give me 1 second. All right, so if you guys are watching this on Facebook right now, we're about to get frickin' real here for a couple minutes. The title of this is Put This in Your Pipe and Smoke It, mofo. All right, so let me just walk over to the Facebook Live camera 1 second and see. All right, so looks like somebody give me, all right, Alex, I see you just joined the meeting. Can you give me a like or a heart or something if you can hear me? All right, and I see Frayne is on there. So if you guys could give me a quick like, that would help me make sure that we're on and we're ready to go. I know there's a delay usually. So just give me a minute. Let me make sure you can hear me. Anyone? All right, cool. So Alex gave me a like. Awesome. All right, so check this out. I just came back. All right, actually, I'm talking to Travis here also, guys that are watching this live. Travis is my producer who does the podcast for me. All right, so Travis, here we go. We will start this officially in 3, 2. All right, put this in your pipe and smoke it. I just came back from a great event in York, Pennsylvania, put on by Splash Supply. It's called Pondominium, and some of the top pond contractors, water feature people on the East Coast, and some of the top ones in the country come to this event each year to learn how to better their business and kick more butt. And listen, when I go to these events, you guys, and I have conversations with people, I get emails from so many of you that listen to this show, that watch our YouTube channel, I see patterns. Patterns. You know, I believe we need to play to our strengths, and one of my strengths is that I can recognize stuff that's happening in someone's business. I can connect the dots, and I can help you fix stuff, okay? And one of the dots, or the patterns that I see over and over and over and over and over again, is that y'all are bitching about not having enough leads coming into your businesses. And I don't know how many times we have to have this podcast or shoot a video like this, you guys. Last year I wrote a blog. I think I write one every winter. But last year I wrote a blog called, I'm looking at it now on my website, How Home Improvement Leads and Why I'm Pissed Off at Contractors Today. And I go on to talk about how it's winter again and you guys are freaking out. You don't have enough leads coming in for your businesses. And I see the same old people having the same old comments and conversations that I did a year ago. My phone just stopped ringing. What are you guys doing to get more leads? Isn't it time that you move past that shit in your business, you guys? You know, or I don't know what to do. I don't have any work coming in and I'm not sure how we're going to make it. See, I get pissed when I see this because it's fixable, okay? It is fixable, you guys. It is simple to fix this stuff. And it takes commitment, all right? Each year, contractors are surprised when you have the same results that you did the year before, even though you're doing the same old marketing shit, all right? So before you get all offended here, understand that I'm one of you guys. All right, then I've been there, and I've been in that position where the phone's not ringing, and every winter or every couple months, or sometimes even in the middle of the busy season, you go, oh my God, the phone stopped ringing, and we need to beat some bushes. All right, so I have been there, I have lived it, okay? I am one of you, but it pisses me off because this is fixable. It's totally fixable. Guys, your phone rings from one simple act. And it's prospecting. It's filling your pipeline. That's what we're putting in a pipe and smoking today. All right? Leads come from a thing called a sales pipeline. Now, most salespeople absolutely suck at building their pipeline. All right? At this event that I was at last week, I had a conversation with a sales guy who sells a lot of work for a certain company. And he told me that he doesn't have time to do that stuff. And I said, well, what stuff? He goes, well, listen, I'm not talking to anybody unless they call our office, and then our office pre-qualifies them, and they hand me the lead. All right? Now, I had just met this guy. I don't really know him, so I didn't unleash the full Tom Reber, I think you're frickin' out of your mind fury on the guy. So I actually shut my mouth. I was impressed that I was able to shut my mouth for as long as I did. But guys, here's the thing. Travis, you can like flash the alarm signals now or something, because this is what I'm calling my strong opinion warning. Strong opinion warning of the day. Here it is, okay? If you are a salesperson, it is your job to build a pipeline, period. Let me say it again. If you are a salesperson, it is your job to build a pipeline. No exceptions. Your job is to qualify. Your job is to close deals. Your job is to build relationships. It is to farm. It is to hunt. It is to update the CRM. It is to call past customers. Your damn job as a salesperson is to fill the pipeline. And what do I mean by a pipeline, you guys? It means that I'm working an opportunity now, and they either go with us or they don't. And then I got another one dripping into my life, because I've been filling the pipeline over and over every day of the week. All right? Marketing, or filling your pipeline, prospecting, and hiring are two things that you should always be doing in your contracting business. Never ever take a day off of hiring, and never ever take a day off of prospecting. All right? So if you're a salesperson, let me say it again. If you work for somebody and you're a sales guy, your job is to build a pipeline. It's to get in the batter's box. It's to build relationships, to qualify people, to hunt things, to farm them. That is why we pay you. It's that simple. Again, football analogy, guys. If I'm a field goal kicker, what is my job? My job is to make freaking kicks. And if I'm not making kicks, I get cut from the team. So if you're a sales guy and you're watching this on YouTube or on Facebook Live right now, or if you're listening to this on the podcast, if you worked for me and you are not prospecting, you are not filling your pipeline, I'm going to fire your ass in 5 seconds. No questions asked. Because I can do what you're doing, which is freaking nothing. Okay? I'm seeing it over and over again. And it pissed me off when I had this conversation with this guy, because I know his boss, and I know the people that work at his company, and they're like amazing human beings. They're giving. They have a heart of gold. They're busting their asses to market their business and to grow their company, and they stand behind their work, yet they have this sales guy who's freaking unwilling to lift a finger to do anything. You know, he told me that he is unwilling. He is unwilling to call people in their own damn database when he's in the neighborhood and say, hey, I'd love to set up a time with you, maybe tonight after work when you guys are home, and just look at your project and see how it's holding up. It's been a couple of years. He says, I don't work nights and weekends. That's a non-negotiable. Well, guess what? If you're a sales guy, you need to work some nights. You need to work some weekends, because that's the job. You do what it frickin' takes. Guys, this is exactly how I went from 0 paint jobs, 0 customers, to over 300 a year in 3 years, because I prospected and I was on all the time. All right, so don't sit here and say you want to hit your sales goals and all this other crap when you're unwilling to do the work that top sales people do. Now check this out. If you're an owner and you have a sales guy like our friend that I'm talking about here today, you need to quit being a wuss. Seriously. Quit allowing yourself to be bullshitted that your sales guy is working hard. I'm not saying he's not working hard. I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm not saying he doesn't care. I'm not saying that he's in a good whatever he is, estimator, designer, whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, guys, if he's not prospecting and filling a pipeline, then why the hell do you have him? Seriously, stop ignoring the real issues. Okay? And the real issue is this. A salesperson needs to produce his or her own leads. Let me say it again here for Facebook too. A salesperson a true salesperson needs to produce his or her own leads. Otherwise, they're just an order taker. They're just an order taker. Okay? And so the reality is, if you have a salesperson that's working for you and they're not producing their own leads, I think it comes down to 3 things. They're either scared, which is understandable, but you know what? How do you beat your fear? You go toe-to-toe with it. You go do it, okay? They're lazy, which I doubt is the issue in most cases, to be honest with you. Or, the third reason, you as the owner are not expecting it. You're going to get what you expect. You're going to get what you measure. All right? So here, let's do some math time. Let's do some math. Ready for math? Okay, we all love math. We're not even going to talk any numbers here. I'm just going to give a math concept for you. If you are paying a salesperson a salary, okay? If you are getting a salary as a salesperson. So, either I'm the owner, I'm paying you a salary, or I'm the sales guy, and I'm getting a salary. Okay, raise your hand right now if you know what that salary is for. I really wish I could see my Facebook comments right now. Not sure if anyone's weighing in on this. Okay, but here's the deal. If you're getting a salary as a salesperson, that salary is for you to build your own damn pipeline and to find your own leads. That's why they pay you a salary. Period. So if you're getting a salary, you better fill your own pipeline. Who's ever heard of a book of business? Like when a sales guy leaves one company and another company wants to recruit him and steal him and headhunt him, they always ask him, well, what's your book of business look like? That's his damn pipeline, people, okay? That's what it means if you're a professional salesperson. It's the relationships that you've built, the investments you've made, okay? Because I'll tell you what, a good salesperson, they could go work for ABC Painting or XYZ Painting, and it won't matter because the relationships they built, the people that they have, the customers that they have, will follow them because they have a relationship with the salesperson, all right? So, guys, if you are paying a salary or you're getting a salary, if you're getting a salary, back to math time here, that is for you to build your own pipeline and find your own leads. That is B&I groups and other networking and Chamber of Commerce events, and it's prospecting. Hey, there's a big building that could use a water feature or a paint job. I'm going to go knock on the door. Don't be like this guy that told me the other day, he's like, they don't pay me to do that. I'm like, bull frickin' shit, dude. That's why you get a salary. All right? Now, let's flip it over. If you're not finding your own leads, and the company is handing you leads, here's a lead, here's a lead, here's a lead, here's a lead, then I think that you should not get a salary, and you should be 100% commission. Okay? Not real complicated. So, if you want a salary, fill your own build your own pipeline, and take advantage of the company leads that come in. But you get a salary for building a pipeline and doing all those pipeline building prospecting activities. All right? If you don't want to do that, then go to your boss and say, hey, I don't want to prospect, just give me leads, and you work out a commission structure that's fair for both of you, and go kick butt. And that's not out of the question either. Okay? There's a lot of companies like that. I know a lot of painting companies that are like that. All right? A lot of painting companies are really good at generating leads. The phone rings all the time. It rings 4 or 5 times a day. They get 1,000 leads a year. They hand them to a good sales guy, and you can go out and close. I'm happy with that sales guy, but I'm not giving him a salary. Okay? A salary is for that other stuff. Guys, sales is a numbers game. The higher quality prospects that you are putting into your pipeline each and every day are going to, the higher quality clients, you're going to get dripping out of the other end of it 6 to 12 months down the road. So what you do today, the seeds you plant today, are going to grow if you're watering them and getting sunlight on them and weeding them and all the gardening stuff, right? Mother Nature, when you do that, guys, when you do that, 6 to 12 months down the road, they grow. You know, my telephone number is the same number I had since day one I started in my painting business in 2002. I've had the same phone number, 2017, so what's that, 15 years. I've had the same cell phone number. Did you know that my phone still rings at least once a month from relationships that I built, business cards I've handed out, building my own pipeline? And I forward those voicemails onto my old business partner, who now runs our old painting company. And he gets a few leads, several leads a year, simply because I planted seeds and prospected many, many, many years ago. All right? A lot of you guys are desperate. And let me tell you where desperation comes from. Because you go out there and you get that one lead, you're like Tommy Boy, and you're like, I got my sale and I don't want to destroy my sale, and you end up ripping it apart because you barf all over them and you're too desperate or whatever you are. Desperation comes from a thing called the universal law of need, which Jeb Blount, I'm holding this up for the Facebook people, in his book Fanatical Prospecting talks about. Let me read this to you. It is when pipelines are empty that salespeople find themselves face to face with the universal law of need. The universal law of need governs desperation. It states that the more you need something, the less likely it is you will get it. The law comes into play in sales when lack of activity has left your pipeline depleted. Okay? So what does that mean? It means the less opportunities that you have in the pipeline to go sell your stuff, the more desperate you're going to be. And what's going to happen is you're actually going to sell less because the customer is going to smell desperation all over you. And you're going to really be working too hard to sell the job because you're coming from a point of desperation. But think about how bold you are when you've got 20 leads to follow up on. And those of you that are in the Contractor Sales Academy know what I'm talking about. When you have a lot of leads to follow up on, you're way more bold with the process we teach in that group, aren't you? I know I am. All right, so if you don't want to sell from a point of desperation, then I highly recommend that you build your pipeline. Okay? So, takeaways for those of you that are listening or watching this right now as we wrap this thing up. Many of you freak out when the phone stops making noise. All right? And what's really happening is that your pipeline is not being filled daily, like we talked about. Okay? Because whatever you plant today, a card you hand out, an email you send, a door you knock, a phone call you make to a prospect or a potential prospect, whatever activity you do or don't do today, you are going to reap 6 to 12 months from now, 18 months from now. So if you want the phone to ring 6 months from now consistently, then you got to be doing prospecting activities to build your pipeline. Okay? Guys, listen, you can tell I'm passionate about this because I think it's ridiculous that year in and year out I'm hearing the same people, I'm seeing the same people post on Facebook groups. I'm getting the same emails over and over and over, yet you haven't changed anything. You haven't changed any of your habits. That's unacceptable, and I'm calling you out on it. I'm calling you out on it. If you're an owner, do not let salespeople in your company BS you if they're not doing the things that you need them to do to build their book of business, to build their pipeline, to help grow the company. Listen, I have shared on here before, I have a personal income goal, okay? I have a sales goal of $500,000 a month in my businesses. Okay, that's $6 million a year. I have a personal sales goal for me of $500,000 a month. Guys, I'm not going to accidentally wake up one day and get there. Okay? Not going to holy crap, look at that, all the money that just came into my bank account. Okay? It's not going to accidentally happen. You're not going to wake up one day, and you guys that have set your sales goals, whatever they might be, your people have set goals, whatever those goals might be. It's not going to happen on accident, y'all. Okay? You're not going to wake up one day and go, holy cow, I hit my goal. How did that happen? Okay? If that happens, then first of all, your goal wasn't high enough. Okay? Your goal should stretch you, and it should stretch your people. Okay? And for those of you that have salespeople right now, maybe consider not just working out a sales goal for your salespeople, but how about a prospecting goal, a number of leads generated goal? I don't think it's out of the question. I don't think it's out of the question at all that a salesperson can't generate at least, God, I'm being nice with the number that's about to come out of my mouth, but I know some of you ain't ready for this yet. 52 leads, one a week. Can a sales guy generate one at-bat per week? I think he could do it by totally half-assing it. Okay? But if he's going to be disciplined and he's going to take advantage and plan his week and plan his day properly and make sure that he's spending his time on the things that are going to generate the most positive things for him in the business, then I think it's 100 or more. It's a couple hundred opportunities. And check this out, the more you do it, the more opportunities come. It's the compound effect, guys. We've talked about that before. So right now, the compound effect of many of the salespeople that are listening to this right now is you're getting what you've been putting into this, right? You've been half-assing your prospecting, and you're getting the rewards of that. Some of you, very few of you, might be reaping some amazing benefits because for the last several months or years, you have been building relationships and prospecting and handing out business cards. When's the last time you went to your boss and said, hey, I'm out of business cards, if you're a sales guy? Like, hey, bosses, if your guys aren't running out of business cards, then that's a problem, right? I mean, that's just like a flare gun right now in the air going, warning, he ain't handing them out. Okay, because those things sit on a desk. Okay, guys, I went into an office at least once a month for 14 to 18 months. I was somewhere in there, hitting it and 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 hitting it. And it ended up turning into $500,000 a year in sales for my company. Okay, but it didn't happen for at least 14 to 18 months when I first got my first opportunity. You know how many damn business cards and sales folders of mine they had in that office laying around? So that by the time their other provider pissed them off one too many times, they could just look probably on any flat surface in that office and they would have found one of my cards or one of my folders. Okay? Because I had put the work in, and I'm calling you guys out to do the same. All right? So listen, not only am I pointing this out here today, but I want to let you know about a program that we've kicked off in 2017 and groups are already filling up. All right? This is called Accelerate. It's designed to accelerate your sales in 2017. It's designed for the salespeople in your business. Okay? We are having an accountability call one time a month. And in that accountability call, we're going to focus on key performance indicators to help your salespeople stay focused on the things that they need to be implementing and the habits they need to be building in order to build and fill their pipeline so that you as a company can grow and you can accelerate that growth. Okay? So each week they're going to be required to fill out a activity tracker that we have. Each month there's a hot seat segment where we're going to grab a guy and we're going to go, all right, what have you been doing? And we're going to slap him around a little bit, with love, of course. And we're going to hold his feet to the fire. Okay? Because this stuff is important, you guys. You spend a lot of time, a lot of money trying to build your business. If you're going to have salespeople, then by God, they got to perform. They have to perform. And I personally believe it's not because they're lazy. I believe it's because as owners, we have not given them every opportunity to succeed. We've not invested in them, and we haven't expected it. And so that's what Accelerate is all about. Okay? That their activity is going to be scrutinized each and every week, each and every month. Quick and focused calls, helping them get better. Because remember, you become the average of the 5 that you hang out with. So listen, these groups are limited to 6 people in a group. Like I said earlier, the groups are already filling up. If this is something that you are interested in for your team, you need to send me an email. That's the only way we're signing up for this, because I'm going to personally screen you and talk about the person you want to put in the group. Send me an email to tom@motorhard.com. Okay, so if you're interested in Accelerate 2017, tom@motorhard.com. Guys, this is a drop in the bucket of an investment for your people. tom@motorhard.com. $197 a month. Okay? $197 a month to make sure that your salespeople are focused and they're filling their pipeline. All right? So, with that, Travis, you can bring those guitars in as we bring this episode of the Strongpreneur Podcast to a close. Guys, put this in your pipe, smoke it, change your business, and kick some serious butt. Stop settling for mediocre and expect to build a championship team. We'll see you next time. Appreciate you being here. Hasta la pasta. All right, Facebook land. I have no idea if you're still watching this because the phone's on the other end of the room. So what I do now is I make sure that it hit record. I export this recording to my man Travis. I put the title, "Put This in Your Pipe and Smoke It." And I go to our, where do I go? I go to my Dropbox folder. I hit export, and it automatically moves it over to there. Travis then throws the music in, does a couple little edits, and gets it posted for Monday morning. So listen, I appreciate you guys being here today. Not sure what you can see, what you can't see because of the lighting. Appreciate you being here. Take this stuff to heart. Build your business. Guys, fill the pipeline. Fill the pipeline. Be relentless about filling the pipeline. If you have a salesperson, don't allow them to be a mediocre salesperson. If you're building the type of organization that I believe you want to build with A players and people that are kicking butt, then you need to expect more as a leader. And if you're a sales guy, you need to expect more of yourself. Because remember, all change starts with raising your expectations. That's from Tony Robbins. He knows what he's talking about, so I just ripped him off. All positive change starts with you raising your expectations of yourself and of your company. All right, so no more playing small, no more BS. Guys, listen, there are people in America right now in the state and the city that you're in that are dying to spend tens and hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars doing what you do. They just don't know you exist. They don't know who you are. Don't rely just on Google. Don't rely just on ads and billboards and all this other stuff and vehicle wraps. Yes, you should be doing all that stuff. God, I've talked about that a million times. But one of the areas that we're missing the boat on is filling our pipeline as salespeople. So hopefully you got the message here today. We'll see you next time on ReberLive.com. And for those of you in Seattle, I look forward to seeing you this coming week for the Painting and Decorating Contractors America chapter up there. We're going to talk about how to deal with you as the owner, get your head right, get your expectations right, and we're going to dig into how you grow your business once your head is right. All right, so we'll see you guys in Seattle here on the 15th. I believe at, I think it's at 11:30 your time, Pacific time. I'm not looking at the invite right now, but I'm excited to get out there and hang with you guys. I'm out.